All right, y'all. DoMa Sports Talk Worldwide. Back at y'all real quick. Now, what we're doing now is we're in the introductory phase. We're introducing me, so to speak, and how I feel about certain things. So I figured, hey, let me put together a few things and let y'all know who's my favorites at a few sports. So we can kind of know up front that this will not be any bias. It won't be any kind of racism or favorites because of this or that. This is just basically worldwide. We just check out what we do. We look at sport and we enjoy it. I enjoy it. I talk sport all the time, and I watch pretty much not everything. Believe me, I'm not into winter sport that much. Be honest with you, I'm not into winter sport. You probably ain't gonna hear me talking about too many people who's skiing or who's jumping off cliffs and hang gliding and all that stuff. But pretty much a lot of sport. So no further ado, let me tell you, like, for example, if we were talking b-ball, basketball, right? Like if we were going with my all-time favorites, then I would probably, my all-time favorite above everybody is Hakeem Olajuwon, okay? That's my favorite. I'm not going to go into why so much, uh, probably in the future, but Hakeem Olajuwon, his dominance was, for me, unprecedented. I didn't see anything on the center position. Um, I know what I saw. I know what you're supposed to say. I know, the name Will Chamberlain and the Shaqs and all of them come up. But I'm telling you straight up from what I saw, um, and how much I know about basketball. I am a basketball trainer, by the way. So I'm going with Hakeem Olajuwon as my favorite player all time. Uh, I do like Magic Johnson. You see me, I'm representing my Lakers. I'm from LA, yo. So, uh, but that doesn't mean that I only like Lakers. Hakeem Olajuwon is not from LA, not even from America. So there you have it. So he's the first. I like me some Magic. I'm gonna have to like me some Kobe, y'all. So I'm not gonna try to hate like I don't like Kobe. I don't definitely like Kobe, so he'll be in my top five as well. There's a few others, but we're not gonna talk about all of them. This is gonna be a short video. So those are the three names that come straight up to mind. There are other ones, of course, but those are the three. And first is Hakeem Olajuwon. Period. So let's go to boxing. I told you there's going to be a lot of boxing. So if I was saying, for example, when I rate heavyweights, right, I do rate them like who would win the best 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 5. Because heavyweights, hey, one punch can end it. And everybody can get clipped. We all know that. Don't get it twisted. So everybody can get their ass whooped. But I'm saying the best 2 out of 3 guys. So if I had to go with one guy who I think uh, who throughout history would beat anybody 2 out of 3. I'm going with Lennox Lewis, right? I know some people gonna be like, oh, Tyson is, and some of these other guys, but I'm looking at size, speed, intelligence, defense, all those things, intangibles. Great jab, right hand was great. Took his time, doesn't get rattled. I even like his out of ring persona. He didn't get rattled. He didn't have to. He didn't talk up the fights. He just went in there and whooped ass systematically. You know what I'm saying? So beat everybody that was put in front of him, and was ducked by a lot of fighters that people will always say, well, you shouldn't have fought him or him in their prime, right? But a lot of times people in their prime wasn't trying to have it. We're not gonna go there right now, but boxer insiders know what the hell I'm talking about. So I'm going with Lennox Lewis. I know that's not what you're supposed to say, but on this channel, you're not gonna get what you're supposed to say. I know what I saw. I don't follow what people tell you you're supposed to say. The narrative you're supposed to have is like, hey, you better, when somebody's talking about the greatest, you better talk about Muhammad Ali. You better talk about Joe Louis. You got to talk about those guys. Yes, I would if I was talking about all of them, but I'm talking about one right now, who I think would whoop all of them ass if it was 2 out of 3, and I'm going with Lennox Lewis. That's how it is. Now, favorite boxers throughout weight divisions. Look, if you're talking wow factor, the wow factor. And I seen one guy just make a lot of guys look pretty ordinary. I know what I saw. I have to go with Roy Jones. Uh, I've seen the guy do a #1 mandatory. Get the guy's name right now. Put his hands behind his back, hit him with the right hand. I think the guy went down from embarrassment too. But you know, things like that make these people look ordinary. I'm going with Roy Jones. I wish the guy would just stop so his legacy doesn't get so tarnished. It already is for those who let legacies be tarnished. But don't always remember one thing. Remember what you saw. Don't let people tell you what you saw. You know what you saw. So if you saw Roy Jones, he was extraordinary. I'm gonna also mention a guy named Nassim Hamed from England. I think he was from Sheffield. Uh, watching this boy come into the ring and do the things he did was extraordinary, to say the least. It was absolutely extraordinary. The confidence factor, the coming in there, power in both hands, the fight totally unorthodox, and not in pressure situations to do what he did. Coming in, flipping over the rope, on top of it. Coming in on carpets and stuff. Okay. Then he gets to this one fight and loses against Barrera. Whoop-de-doo. I mean, hey, who can't lose to Barrera? A lot of people did. So that was his only loss. He quit after that, unfortunately. But this is a bad boy. And if you want to have entertainment, just get your drink on or whatever you do, to get your entertainment on. And go just check out some of those fights this guy did. Now, hopefully you can find something where you can see what he did before he came in the ring. This was extraordinary things. He has to be one of my favorites because I know I would miss a fight. I don't care who he was fighting against. If I was able to watch it, I would. Right? So those are guys in boxing. So let me just go to baseball. Uh, Let me go to baseball. Barry Bonds, period. Okay, Barry Bonds. And then after that, Willie Mays. These guys are extraordinary guys. Barry Bonds, let me just stop there. I know we have the steroid era, and people try to leave it at that, try to act like there wasn't a before steroid era. Barry Bonds was in the 40-40 club, 40 steals, 40 home runs before the steroid era. I just think he personally saw these busters hitting home runs and stuff, the Sammy Sosa's and the Mark McGuire's of the world. Conseco's hitting home runs like home run or bust. They weren't hitting for average. And he saw those guys do what they did, and he was just like, hey, hold up. If I did that, look what would happen. And look what happened. So, Barry Bonds and Willie Mays, do your homework. Basically, Willie Mays anyway. So, those are the two standouts in baseball. For me, there are other ones. I'm just talking about, I'm trying to close this to where it's not a whole bunch of guys. I'm just talking about, my favorite two or three. It goes further than that, trust me. I even like a guy called Willie McCovey, but that was just me coming up as a young man and watching McCovey. But I'm just saying, um, yeah, Barry Bonds first. So if we went to, let me try to speed this up real quick. If we went to let's say soccer. I don't watch much soccer, guys. I don't watch much soccer, but I'm a lot in Europe, so if you want to talk sport to people in Europe, then you better talk about a little bit about soccer. You better know what the hell's going on, and it's football to them, and it's football, so it should be football because damn it, you play with your feet. So my favorite guy, the guy who I saw and I watched him a little bit. I was like, damn, this dude looked like Michael Jordan on the pitch. Who's this? And that was Thierry Henry. So for me, that's my favorite uh, soccer or football player. Right? There are others. There are others. But if I had to narrow it down quick, we're doing a quick video here, which is turning out not to be so quick. So that. Let me go on to tennis. There's something else that I kind of watch a lot through my life. I watch a lot of tennis, and so if I had to go, let's start with the women first. My favorite tennis player, woman tennis player, is Monica Seles. Uh, I used to like to say Monica. She came at a time when she was duly needed. This Graf was like Mike Tyson at the time. Steffi Graf was Mike Tyson, and she came and she kind of chipped away at that dominance. And listen, ladies and gentlemen, her career was cut short by someone, Gunter Posch, from Germany, who wanted to do something about her dominance, and he did. He succeeded, and that pisses me off till today. So Monica, we ain't forgot you, because women tennis ain't shit without you. That was a song I was going to do for the girl back in the day, but I just really think that Monica Seles was very important for tennis, and she would won a lot more Grand Slams had her career not been stopped by an idiot. But an idiot who succeeded, by the way. So her, that's my favorite. I'm going to have to mention Martina Navratilova. She brought strength and conditioning into tennis, and um, that volley game, that serve and volley game was awesome. So I have to mention her. And then I got to mention my homegirls, Serena and Venus, both of them. You know, my homegirls, and the way they learned, and it proved to me back in the day. I was always saying back in the day when we had my Levi Washington, Lori McNeil, and Zena Garrison that learned at 13, 14 years old and still made it to the top 10. I was saying back in the day, let a brother or sister start learning at 4 or 5, and you're going to probably see something a little different than that. And the Williams sisters proved that. So that's it for tennis. And excuse me, for men, for women's tennis, let's go to the men real quick. And I got to go with Johnny Mack as my all-time favorite because I do like his serving body game. I like the fact he had that little soft wrist and a real great touch. And if you don't say Roger Federer, then something wrong with you. Okay? Something wrong with you. I got to say Roger Federer. Fed Express all day long. So those are my people in those sports. If there's any other sports that you want me to say my favorite too, just ask, you know. But I want to keep it at that real quick. Cut this video a little bit short for you guys, and so you can kind of get acquainted to what I like or what I did like during the years, and so you kind of know how I think in my pattern. There will be actually no pattern to who I like. You know, I like pretty much everybody. If I see something that's great or that I think is extraordinary, I'm gonna give props to it. And if I think it's not, then I probably won't say anything. Or if I do, now that I might have this YouTube channel, then you'll start hearing my opinion. But like I said before, stay tuned, you guys. You know what I'm saying? DoMa Sports Talk Worldwide. Y'all know what time it is. See y'all soon.